Cosmic Girl 101 signing on for the Virgo rising, April astrology of 2024. Topics we're going to be covering for April in this video, Virgo rising, is the sun, the eclipse, the full moon, Mercury, Mars and Venus, and the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Opening up the month of April, the sun is continuing its transit in its exaltation sign of Aries, which is your 8th house. Your 8th house, Virgo rising, has you very interested in putting a lot of attention and energy into debt, your assets and valuables, also inheritance issues and taxes as well is highlighted here, where the sun is transiting in your 8th house. On the 11th of April, the sun conjuncts Mercury retrograde in Aries. Here's a return of information communication or a conversation that is connected in regards to your assets and valuables. On the 19th, we see that sun leaving your 8th house and ingressing into Taurus until the 20th of May, and this is your 9th house. Your 9th house now lit up in regards to you putting a lot of energy, vitality and drive towards your worldly ambitions and connections, media and publishing, legalities, also your spiritual philosophies and beliefs about life. Higher education is highlighted here. Its transit is very public and all about travel. On the 21st of April, we see that sun in Taurus square Pluto in Aquarius. So your 9th house and your 6th house is in a square aspect. So travel may be affecting your everyday environment or employment or career. Could also see you physically overwhelmed because of too much traveling or mental energy going into study or connecting with other people through media and publishing. The lunations for the month of April are particularly important for all of us, but for you as a Virgo rising, on the 8th of April, we are having a new moon total solar eclipse, and for you it's in Aries, your 8th house of valuables connected to other people, debts, assets, finances, resources, inheritance, taxes. This is your money house. And because it's a new moon total solar eclipse, whatever is beginning here behind the scenes is going to be revealed or come to its full completion on October 17, 2024, when there is a full moon in Aries, your 8th house. So whatever you're trying to remove yourself from, release yourself from, this is where you start the process and it comes to an end on October 17. On April 23, there is a full moon in Scorpio. And for you as a Virgo rising, this is occurring in your 3rd house. Your 3rd house has to do with your local environment where you travel almost daily. It's very familiar, the 3rd house, your local environment. And also to do with education, communication, your technologies as well, communication, and also siblings and cousins. So when you have an ending or a culmination point here, a releasing, a letting go of, you could be moving from your daily space. You could be changing up your environment. You could be ending a course of study. There could be a news from a cousin or sibling that something's happening for them or changing for them. And also technology, you might have a new vision for investing in new technology, it could be a laptop, being a computer, it could be telephone, it could be anything, and also could have to do with a vehicle which is associated with travel. So you may be letting go of a vehicle and purchasing a new one, or just developing a new sense of travel or completing something in your local everyday environment. Now let's talk about planet Mars. Well, Mars, as we open up the month of April, is continuing its transit in Pisces, which is the 7th house, Virgo rising. So Mars is in detriment in Pisces and isn't as rambunctious or driven or motivated in the sign of Pisces, which is your relationship house, contracts and agreements. So it may be hard to pin down the red tape that you need regarding a contract or an agreement with you and another person, or relationships and partnerships may seem a little bit behind the scenes or not having a lot of energy on drive when it comes to connecting with a partner. That Mars rules the 8th house, which is Aries, and your 3rd house being Scorpio. So when you're thinking about Mars ruling the 8th and 3rd house, this could be having a lot to do with finances connected with relationships and how it impacts your communication and your local environment and how you deal with things day to day. On the 10th of April, that Mars in Pisces is conjuncting Saturn in Pisces. So this is a new beginning on releasing from a connection or an agreement or a relationship, or you could be, excuse me, starting something new that's long term with a contract or partnership, or again, a romantic relationship. On the 19th, we see Mars in Pisces, your 7th house, sextiling Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus. And this is your 9th house. So this looks great for making a change in regards to your educational pursuits, publishing, media pursuits. Also, international and foreign correspondence is highlighted here. So this might be a nice day on the 19th where you get some really positive news regarding an agreement or a contract that's international or to do with overseas connections. On the 29th of April, Mars in Pisces is conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. So this might be a day where you release a contract or an agreement with a partner or a person, or you may be having a new resurgence of energy in creating something new or creating and developing something for the future with a partner or a contract or an agreement that you're anchored into. On the 30th of April, Mars is ingressing into Aries, which is your 8th house as a Virgo rising, until the 9th of June. Mars is at home in Aries, so there is a lot of ambition, drive and optimism towards the future and having the stamina to see something through on what we're passionately engaged about. You could be cutting away old debt, releasing yourself from financial binds with other people, or just really doing a lot of hard work in paying down debt, or things that have to do with taxes, ending a tax journey, or completing an inheritance situation that you could be bound up with, or a partner could be as well. And this is all until the 9th of June 2024. Now let's talk about Mercury. Well, Mercury is your ruling planet as a Virgo rising. So it rules your 1st house and your 10th house of career, employment, public image, and authority figures. Mercury has been transiting in Aries, which is your 8th house, and opening up the month of April on the 1st of April. That Mercury is going retrograde in Aries until the 25th of April. So here we have Mercury now backtracking. This could be you being seen as taking a step back from the public or work, or you could be renegotiating finances connected with your work and your career. On the 8th of April, the moon in Aries conjuncts that retrograde Mercury in Aries. So this looks great for a return of feeling a lot better mentally and physically. You may have a lot of correspondence or communication that is back online this day that is emotionally triggering something in regards to your future prospects for your career and also your assets and valuables. On the 19th, Mercury retrograde in Aries is conjuncting Venus in Aries. This looks like a great day for communication and relationships coming back online if there's been disruption. If a relationship has been taking a back seat or a partnership has been on hiatus, this could see the return of this relationship now, or even a negotiation or a contract that seems to have slipped through your hands or not been completely set in stone the way you would like and the other person would like. This is the day where the agreement or the contract is available, everyone's happy, and you can sign on the dotted line and proceed confidently. On the 25th of April, we see that Mercury now going direct in Aries until the 15th of May, your 8th house. If there's been any messiness or miscommunication going on in regards to finances, valuables between you and a partner, even taxes, inheritance, excuse me, and valuables, this is where the certainty comes back online and action can now move forward in regards to plans, negotiations, and strategies. Now, for you, Virgo rising, Venus has been transiting in your 7th house of relationships, contracts, agreements, and negotiations. Now, Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces, where she's transiting, and opening up the month of April continues her transit in your 7th house. Venus rules your 9th house, which is Taurus, and also rules your 2nd house, which is Libra. On the 3rd of April, that Venus in Pisces is conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. You could have a dream offer regarding communications. If you've had any writing projects or been in a course of study, this could be the day where you get a gold star for efforts or recognition for all the hard work you've been doing in regards to publishing media on the public stage. This is also a great day for return of finances in regards to technologies or investing in technologies. It's like the juice has been worth the squeeze. This is now the payoff for investing in upgrading technology around you. You can also see something favorable happening in your everyday environment that impacts you quite pleasantly. And it seems as if there's a creative breakthrough in regards to a project that you've been involved with. On the 5th of April, that Venus is leaving your 7th house and ingressing into your 8th house of Aries until the 29th of April. Venus in Aries, your 8th house, has you very much aware of your self-worth and self-value regarding your assets and valuables, how other people are connected to you also. On the 6th of April, that Venus is sextiling Pluto in Aquarius, so your 8th house and your 6th house. So you can have a lucrative contract come through that impacts your work environment, something that is important to you regarding a service that you provide to other people. Could see a return of an alliance or an investor that's quite auspicious for you. On the 7th of April, the moon in Aries conjuncts Venus in Aries, your 8th house. This is also the day before that new moon solar eclipse. A moon-Venus conjunction is great for investing in something that is quite auspicious and makes you feel abundant, makes you feel very connected and grounded and very solid and safe when it comes to investing in you, because we are our future. So you might be very aware of doing something aesthetic to your body or changing up your diet that improves your overall bodily health. On the 22nd of April, the moon in Libra, which is your 2nd house ruler, opposes that Venus in Aries, and you've got that 2nd and 8th house in an opposition here. This is also the day before that full moon that is occurring on the 23rd of April. When you have an opposition from your 2nd to your 8th house, it's all about assets and valuables and your sense of stability and security. So you might be emotionally heightened on this day, or you might be aware that an investment is necessary that makes you feel uncomfortable. On the 29th of April, we see Venus ingressing into her home sign of Taurus, which is your 9th house ruler, until the 23rd of May. Here, Venus is enjoying international and foreign connections and also travel, planning and putting down money for a future trip, also investing in higher education, and legalities is highlighted here when Venus is transiting your 9th house. On the 20th of April, there is a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction occurring. And for you as a Virgo rising, this is your 9th house. This conjunction on this day of the 20th of April also opposes your third house of Scorpio. What does this mean? Let's tie this up for you as a Virgo rising. You are having a new beginning in regards to international and foreign connection. You are starting something that is going to expand and grow your knowledge house, your mental health. It is also about connecting with different spiritual philosophies about life and religious direction. You are changing up a perception that has been part of you for a very long time in regards to media, publishing, and on the world stage. Here is the beginning of change that is going to be quite auspicious, but is going to impact your communication, your education, and your local environment that you are ingrained in every day. This is about expansion and contraction. Do you leave a known environment that you've been part of for a long time? Or do you go into a far off distance place and take a risk? This is the dichotomy. This is what you're weighing up when you are having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction on the 20th of April. If you have been wondering about relocating internationally or traveling to a far off place, this is the date where you might be taking the brave step forward. Cosmic Girl 101 signing off for the Virgo Rising April Astrology 2024 video. I hope you have a blessed April and I will see you next time.